Okay, welcome back to Thursday again, week 4. Um, Today is going to be quite a technical session, and we're going to focus a lot on my favorite technique, the kizame zuki, and we're going to go through that kind of step by step and do a lot of drills and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a fun session, and this is kind of going to be like the formula for the ordinary Thursday session, which is going to be like we take one technique or combination and we practice a bit more technically, whilst on Saturdays we have fun with a lot of drills and we get super tired. I promise you're going to get tired today as well, but still, it's a bit more technical focus than on Saturday, just team building session. But before we start, we need to get warm, obviously. So today, I just took a page out of Hero, our fitness captain's book, and I just stole one of his warm-ups, and we'll run with that because the fitness captain knows best, right? Or at least for fitness. So we're going to do 5 different exercises, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest in between, and we're going to do 2 rounds of that. So the first exercise, just easy, just high knees running on the spot like this, 20 seconds of that. That's exercise number 1, quite easy. Exercise number 2, if you've been to any of the fitness sessions, which I assume you have, you know this one. It's called a mountain climber. So you just kind of from press up position, you just walk up here and you step back. So mountain climbers is just kind of running like this, 20 seconds. So that was exercise number 2. Exercise number 3, it's the squat walks, which Hero loves to do. So you kind of starting here from a squat position, and you walk 1 step forward and back where you started, 1 step back and forward again. That was right. So and then you do left. So forward, middle, back, middle, right, forward. You need to keep going back and forth. 20 seconds of that. You've probably done this before. Then we do touch shoulders for 20 seconds, which again, press a position. And this would just alternate. This is probably easier. Alternate by just touching shoulders like this for 20 seconds. And last one, in honor of Hero and his absolute love for burpees, we just do regular burpees. So do a jump, and you do down here, press position, and jump. You keep going for 20 seconds. Okay? So that's 1, and we do 2 of those. So we're just going to put the timer on. Lovely interval timer. So it's going to be 10 rounds, 20 seconds work, and 10 seconds in between. This is just warm up, so you don't have to give it your all, but just make sure get nice and warm by the end of it. Okay? Ready? So first one, running on the spot. 3, 2, 1, and go. And try and have as high as the knees as possible. Okay? Good. Next one, mountain climbers. Get ready? 3, go. Oh, yeah, man. Next one, squat walks. Let's see. Next one, touch shoulders. This is probably better for you. Try and keep your hip stable and still. It's difficult, but try. Last one, burpees. Good. Back to running on spot. Round 2. Mountain climbers. Squat walks. Touch shoulders. Go. Last one. Burpees, 20 seconds. Come on. 3. Go. Emma. Whew. Good. Take a sip of water. It's important. I'm recording this video on Sunday 31st, so which means that both the 2 last ones have already been up, and in total I've had 2 comments. So I hope people start commenting more if you're watching this, because seeing people comment, answering the question of the video and actually watching the video is at least one of the biggest factors for me to keep making them. So please, if you're watching this, do make a comment on the Facebook poster. And if you don't want to do that, you can just pop me a message saying, by the way, my favorite drink is apple juice and I hated number 7, for example. Just so I know that you actually watch the videos, because that means something to me. Okay, a bit stretching. You can kind of do your own stretch routine, or you can copy mine. Next 5 minutes of just a bit stretching. So yeah, please do that. And like I always say, please, feedback is very much appreciated. Give me like small stuff like, oh, when you're doing shoulder taps, please rotate 90 degrees so you can see better, or the lighting is way off because it's too much light through my window, or something like that. Just want to know what you guys think, so I can improve and make better content for you guys. Wow, I really sound like a YouTuber. So I can make better videos for you guys. Good. Okay, we continue with the stretching. Like I said, you can either just copy me or do your own stuff. Try a bit of a split. To the left side, to the right side, a bit further down, see how looking to get up we go. We go forward, tuck the hips down and just tuck kind of your legs behind, so you do like this, just push backwards. Keep just wiggling back and forth. Okay. Good. Get up. And just do some arms. So to the left. To the right. Right arm just behind, push it down. Just kind of imagine you have like a itch spot. You want to have an itch on your back and try and like push your hand down as far down as you can. Left side, same thing, just pushing your elbow down, stretching. Good. Okay. Good. Yeah, a bit of legs as well. I'm not going to use them too much today, but nice. Just swing outside. Like this. Get them ready. And left side outwards. So other side, swinging a bit. I actually got a message from our downstairs neighbors of the last session saying that their painting was vibrating while I was jumping up and down. So I thought I had to start recording these outside, but they were nice enough to say that it's fine. So I guess I'm lucky to have good downstairs neighbors, because there was a lot of jumping up and down in the last session. Movement was the focus. It's going less today. Okay, good. Last one. So today the focus is kizame, and I'm not going to assume that you know anything about kizame. And we're going to start completely from scratch. So, yoi, kind of like this. So yoi means you have about shoulder this much, so shoulder width between your legs, and the same, and you're just on the same kind of horizontal place. You stand there with your arms like this. So this is yoi. From here, you just take a small and kind of natural step forward with your left. And you want to maybe take a small step back with your right, and you're trying to fall into something that's natural. You lift up both your heels, so you're kind of just having all your weight on your, what do you call those? You know what I mean. Your toes, basically. And there you kind of just bounce, not bouncing, but just like kind of wobbling up and down. This is kind of your natural fighting position for karate. So it should feel natural with your legs, okay? So not too much. This would feel kind of unnatural. And this would just feel weak. Okay, so try and something that makes you comfortable. Okay, So from kizame zuki is a front arm punch. And the laws of physics dictates that the shortest distance between the palm of my fist or my knuckles and my opponent's chin, where I'm aiming, is a straight line. So instead of doing kind of taking it back or doing like a swingy, swirling movement, I just want to punch in as straight line as possible. So you can kind of imagine you're actually punching with your elbow, and your elbow is going straight to your opponent's face, and since your knuckle and your hand and everything is kind of a straight line from your elbow in your opponent's direction, your fist as well has to point straight to your opponent's chin, okay? But imagine it's your elbow who's kind of pushing the way. So this is the movement. You also want to turn it, not too much, about 90 degrees, so from kind of having, so you want to start, if you imagine just have palm down, you turn 90 degrees like this, you close your fist, pull back, this is where you're starting from, and you turn it back in here whilst you're pushing forward. So that's the technique, so it's quite simple. So the first thing you're going to be doing is just punching like this. Imagine your opponent standing in front of you and have about the same height as you. So for me, my opponent would have his chin about there, so I'm punching that place. Similar, on the same time, you're just taking a small step, and that's all. Small step forward, and punching like this. This is kind of super traditional, basic. So it looks something like this. Okay? So push with your elbow and focus on the straight line. That's important. It's always going to be. Because shorter distance, quicker punch. So on my count, H, and back. Knee, and back. San, and back. Shi, back. Go, back. Rock, switch, H, Q, and G. Okay? Change. Same thing, okay? Pushing with your elbow, kind of just in a straight line to your opponent's imaginary face. And a small step forward. So, H, Ni, San, Shi, Go, Rock, Sich, H, Q, G. Oh, that was a voice crack. And change back. Now, after you punch someone, you can't stand like this. You can't freeze in a fight. So, next thing we're going to be adding, we're going to do small steps at a time. Punch, then pull your arm, this arm, back to your hip. This is called hikite. And to score a point, it's essential. It's crucial, you have to do it. So, pull your left arm back, but just pulling your left arm back will make yourself vulnerable. So we push forward with our right arm as we're pulling the left arm back, kind of try to do it simultaneously like this, just as an open hand to protect yourself. This is not a punch, it could be a punch, but now it's not. It's just kind of have something there, protect your face, protect everything, and maybe push your opponent away from you. So, it's going to be like 1, 2, and that's all. On my count. We do one count for both, on my count. H. And try and use your hips. So this is hips being sideways, and this is hips being square, straight, sideways, straight, sideways, straight. Okay? So try and use your hips as well. So H, and back. Knee, and back. San, and back. Shi, back. Go. Focus on having your shoulders loose, okay? You don't want to be tense. So just relax, let your body do the work, not your shoulders. Rock, Sich, H, Q, and U. Change, other side. Same thing again. And if you've done 1,000 kizame zukis, 10,000, you've done it for years and years like I have, this is still good practice. Get the basic working, okay? Just keep on doing it, keep on improving. Same thing. H, knee, san. Focus on the straight line. Go. Rock. Sich. H. Q. And U. Good, change back. Now, we forget what I taught you a second ago. We're not going to do anything with this arm. This time, instead of just doing a step, we're going to be doing a slide. So from this position, instead of stepping like this, I want you to push, and really push with your back foot, and try and slide across the floor like this. We practiced a lot of this last Saturday, so kind of just sliding here. So instead, very easy, we're going to be doing a slide with the kizame zuki. It's going to look something like this. That's all, okay? No more fancy stuff here, just kizame zuki with a slide, and then we go back. Oh, good. So, on my count. And 8. And back. Sorry, we're going to have to keep it out, keep it out. Knee. And back. San. And back. Chi. And back. Go. And back. Duck. Sich. Ouch. Ah. Chew. Remember straight line. And last one. Chew. Good. Change side. You see, just out of pure habit, I was actually pulling it back. That's good. But now we're not doing that, so shame on me for doing it wrong. Try and keep it out, okay? So we're doing step by step. So, on my count, 8, and keep it out. And back. Knee. Ah, sorry. Old habit. San. Chi. Focus on sliding and straight line with your arm. Go. Rock. Sich. Out. Chew. Last one. And chew. Good. Change back. Now we take the 2 previous ones and we add them together. So we slide, we punch, and we retract and take it back all the way to your hip. So I can do the other side, maybe it's easier to see. So we punch, take it back all the way to the hip, and let the other arm push forward just to protect ourselves, okay? This is not a strike or punch, this is just maybe a push to get your opponent away, or a hand in the way of them doing mean things towards you. That's okay, good. 10 times. So, balancing here, my count, and H. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Duck. Seat. Out. In the straight line. Focus that. Focus on that. Q. Two. Change. So again, right arm, straight line, push with the back leg, slide across and pull it back. Hikita, important. H. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Rock. Sit. Arch. Q. Last one. Q. Good. Okay, that's almost good. There's one key feature missing, and if this was an online class, oh sorry, in-person class, I would ask the rhetorical question. Can't now, so I'll just tell you. So after we attack, we pull back, we push them away, we defend ourselves. What do we do then? Well, now we've just been kind of walking backwards like this. Some of you might have turned your back and just walk back because you think you're done. Well, in a fight, you're never done. So, after we punch, attack, and even pull back, push them away, we still have kind of the same movement backwards as we have forward. So, from here, I want you to take 1, maybe 2 steps like this and be on guard, okay? Imagine someone attacking you. And again, if this was an in-person class, I would occasionally tell people to attack so you could defend yourself. We can't do that now, so the imagination has to do. But still, from here, pull back, imagine someone attacking you and defend yourself. Yes? Good. So same thing again, just with a better kind of retreat from your fight, because that's important. Everything is important. Okay, my count 10 times. And now, a bit more speed. So if you've done this thousands of times before, full speed. Should be warm enough for that now. If not, if this is your first time, take it easy. Proper guard, focus on straight line. 8. Knee. 7. That was slow. So as little as time as possible here. So you attack, you're done, and you get away straight away. Because the more time you spend there, the more time they have attacking you. G. Go. Duck. Sit. Arch. Get. Joe. Change. Same thing again. Right leg forward. We get away as quickly as possible. My count. 8. Knee. 3. She. Go. Duck. Sit. Touch. Go. That's one. Go. Good. Half a minute. Get some water. Well done. I hope lockdown's fun for everyone. I mean, I think everyone misses kind of getting out, meeting people for lectures, for training and stuff, but I guess we just try to do the best we can. At least the Karate Club has a lot of trainings sessions. I know Zach does twice a week, I do twice a week, and Nikolai does as much as you want a week. It's kind of like this free buffet. Eat as much as you want, do as much kata as you want. So there's a lot of stuff going on, which is good. You need to do some exercise. And I hope you guys sign up for the training buddies scheme. I did that class Tuesday, I'm doing it tomorrow, next Monday, and it's good. It's really nice just being able to meet one other nice person from the Karate Club and have some real exercise with another human being outside. So please do sign up for that, and remember the selfie competition. I took a selfie last week. No one has taken a selfie after that, so I mean, if it keeps going like this way, easy win for me and my partner, but come on, join it. Yeah, that was me rambling. Now, back to training. So, I'm going to teach you something. It's a trick. I didn't learn this a couple what was it, like 5 years ago or something, and ever since it's changed my kind of view on kizame zuki. I love this trick. So I wish you could see more of my feet, but I don't think you can. I can maybe do some in-person quick camera change. Ooh, does this work? Well, I hope so. Maybe you can see a bit more. So here's the trick. When you're fighting someone, you're standing like this, and you have some distance, and the kind of key thing to notice here is when you're doing kizame zuki, you're pushing with your back leg. Okay? So what's really important here is where your back leg's standing. Because when we're talking about distance, it's from this place and a certain distance you have, which is how far you can jump, which is kind of your attacking distance, right? So you want your attacking distance to get close enough to your opponent so you can hit them. They obviously don't want that, but they rarely look at your back leg, they look at your front leg. And then they do kind of a, you know, okay, they have an average amount of space between your legs, and they determine where your back leg is. And they use your front leg as kind of, because it's easy to see, right? Easy to focus on. So what you can do, if you're sneaky, is to do a step. Because doing this step is the same as doing this step, right? Because it's the back leg we're using to determine how far we can go. So doing this is the same as doing this. But if you keep your front leg in place, you're here, your opponent will think you're here when you're actually here. So you're stealing this much of distance, and that's a lot. Obviously, you can't fight like this. It's going to look horrible, and you're not going to be able to do that. But you can make a small step before your opponent notices, and then attack them. And that's what we're going to practice. So the idea is, you're kind of here, you're fighting, you're seeing the distance, and before you go, you do this step, which they don't notice, and then you attack. Here, you push with your back leg, and it is as you do this, and then attack them, but they don't know it. That's the key principle here. So what we want to be doing is here, kind of jumping up and down here, doing some attacks, doing some movements with your body, and then you do a step in, you do a step in, and you go. That's the idea. But the step in needs to look natural. You can't do, you're going to see you, right? So this is a disguise, it's a surprise attack. So instead, you're here, you're attacking, you're fighting, yeah! And if they don't focus on your back leg, they're not going to see that, and you gain this much distance for free, if you could. So we're going to practice to get good. So just slowly and easy, let's do it undisguised first, so you get used to it, and then let's try and disguise it afterwards. So from here, left leg forward, everything but the last point from the last drill applies. So we're just going to focus on kind of the retreat here. We're just going to focus on the attack, and we'll do the retreat afterwards as well. So here, bouncing up and down, do one, and do this with me, please. We do one step here, and we attack. And we just go back. Okay, that's all. So on my count, let's try and do that very slow. Just get a good gist for like the step, and try and make it look natural. Here, big sneak. We do 2 counts for that one. One for the step, one for the attack. So try and like have a fight in here, and big sneak. Really push with the back leg, okay? See how far you can get. Giving you space, of course. We don't have that much space, everyone. Oh. Big snake. And back. Big snake. And what you need to make sure of, because a really nice tell, easy tell to watch, you see people do if they're attacking you is they're bouncing, and they're stopping, bounce and go. That's a very normal thing to do. So try not to do that now. Try not to stop, do your step, and then go because they know you're going to be coming. So try and just do it naturally here, and then go there. See, I did it a bit myself, but try and disguise it as much as you can. So again, slowly 2 counts. 1, 2. Remember, straight line. 1, 2. Couple more. 1, 2. See, I don't have enough space for this thing. That's how good it is. Last one. 1, 2. And change. Other side. Same thing. So from here, just my count. We do 1, 2. And you do it with me. of course. So again, from fighting position, and we do 1, 2. And 1, 2. And we do 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 1, 2. Good. Couple more. The more you push with your back leg, the more distance you get. The more distance you get, the more dangerous are you. So again, 1, 2. Last one. Before we step it up. 1, 2. Good. Okay. So that was kind of 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we do 1. So full speed, and all the stuff we did from the last just pure kizame exercise. So we punch, we pull back, and we get away quickly. All that, but with added step before, so you get a greater distance. Yes? Well, I just imagine you say so. You continue. So, on my count. Remember, now we try to be subtle. Lots of step, okay? So let me try. We are here. We're fighting, right? And then we got to do this up. But try because when you are doing that kind of fighting, what you're really doing, you're testing your opponent's distance, using how close can you get before they react, and you're also checking: are they attacking you when you're getting close? Are they being aggressive? Are they being defensive? This is kind of the reading your opponent part of karate, which you need an opponent to learn, so I can't teach you that now, but this is kind of how you want to be doing it. So you're kind of making a lot of movement, making a lot of noise, making everyone show where to get there. So naturally your legs can be moving like this. So when your legs are moving like this, you're doing this, doing this, like the big step here, isn't that big of a difference. For them at least, visually. But for us, it's key. So, that was a lot of me talking, let's do fighting. So from here, 1 count, 1 kizame with a step in. What's that? H! Hey, yeah! Ni! Hey, yeah! San! Hey, yeah! Shi! Hey, yeah! Go! Yeah! Look! Hey-ya! Sit! Hey-ya! Out! Hey-ya! Q! Hey-ya! Last 1. 2! Hey-ya! Change. Other side. Same thing. So, on my count, and H, get away quickly, knee, San, G, and remember your target, okay? Your height, just across from you. See if you hit. See that you hit every time. Go. Duck. Sit. Out. Q. Two, good, good. Sip of water. Okay. Today's question. So we had least favorite number according to techniques, favorite beverage. Let's do favorite non-domestic food. So for me, I can't choose a typical Norwegian dish. So something, you went abroad, you went somewhere else, and you found a dish and it was good. I'm curious. For me, what would that be? Yeah, I'm gonna be that basic because I love that dish and I eat it a lot. Like, ask my flatmates, I basically live on that. It must be spaghetti carbonara from Italy. I never encountered it before I moved here to Edinburgh. Well, once before actually, but then I started making it here in Edinburgh. It's so good. And make like a cheap one with just gluten-free spaghetti, because I'm celiac, and cheese and egg and bacon. And if I have some vegetarian friends, I just substitute bacon with mushrooms. It's so good. Just a bit of spice and So yeah, for me it has to be gluten-free spaghetti carbonara with either bacon or a mushroom. That's good. So I'm looking forward to, please, if you watch this far, just comment on the Facebook post or pop me a message, because I just really want to see that people are actually listening to the videos and doing the exercises, because that's kind of my main motivation for keep doing this. Okay, that's all I'm asking. Okay, we're gonna be doing a couple more. We have 18 minutes left. One I really like, and again here it's very advantageous for the partner, we don't have that, is kizame zuki can be used in a lot of different ways. And obviously it's a lot of, for example, for kizame yakusugi, you're doing kizame first as the distraction, and you're hitting him hard with yakusugi, and it works and it's good. But I'm more of a fighter where I love to just do kizame zuki. And of course, if that's the only thing you do, you're predictable, right? Some people are as fast as, you know they're coming with kizame zuki, they'll still score points because they're that good. But for the rest of us, us mortal, we need to be a bit more clever. So imagine you're here, you're fighting someone, and they're standing in front of you. What you want to be doing is using your front leg, this leg, and you want to be touching their front leg as you want to sweep them, okay? So what we normally do is kind of you put your weight a bit, your back leg, and you just touch them like this. And sometimes, as my sensei used to give me advice at the first time, you hit them a bit hard. You might even get a warning for that. But you hit them a bit hard, so you like give them like a proper one. You don't do anything else, you hit them a bit hard, you get them out of balance, maybe a bit of a kick. Not too hard of course, because that's illegal, but just make them notice you're doing something, so they react to it. Because next time, when you hit them just super easily, with no weight at all their focus is going from what's happening in the fight, down to the foot, because you hit them the last time, so they remember, at least their body do. So you look down, and as you hit them from here, you do kizame zuki, you pull back, okay? So the idea is, first time, you give them a wee sweep, okay? You just kind of go through with a proper sweep, or you kick him a bit hard, just a bit, down here, so you want to be hitting this area, I don't know what this is called in English, but this area, you want to be hitting them there, either for sweep or for just offense. And then, when you kind of done that the first time, they will react the next time you're doing it. It's kind of like, if you punch someone a bit hard in the stomach, you can easily feint and attack to the stomach, and they will react, because their body remembers that last time, ooh, I hurt, right? Same thing applies here. So, you touch like this, and from here, with all your weight in the back leg, jump forward, you do kizame zuki. If you sweep them, you need to be careful, because if they lose balance, their head will go forward, and you might potentially knock them. So be aware of that. But the general idea is just to make them focus on their leg, and get a bit shocked, because you're touching them again, last time it hurt. so that you can hit them with kizame zuki. So this thing, we're going to be doing, practicing 1 minute on and half a minute off 4 times, like we did last Saturday. Do it at your own speed. I've done this time and time again. I'll be going full speed, but if this is your first time, really start like this. Touch and go. Do it properly. And remember all the things I taught you about kizame zuki still applies, but we're adding a bit more. So you lean backward, you touch here, and you go there. Okay? That's the drill. So I'll just shout 1 minute on, we'll just keep going and going and going. In half a minute off. 4 times, 2 times on each side. Good. I'll just find my trusty timer. And we do 4 sets, 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. This is good. Standard practice. Oh, I started. Okay, go. Left leg forward. And Ashima. Salina. 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 Try to do it properly, okay? Slow down if you have to. Push with your back leg. Good. Half a minute off. So, again, do it slowly until you get the hang of it, and speed up. Speed up. Sweep all the way to an attack. That's the idea. Yeah, 3. There you go. Salina. 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 Remember, get back as quick as you can. Halfway. Do it properly. Focus on technique as much as you can. 3. Ashima. Salina. 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 Remember to pull back your hand. Salina. Last one. Ten seconds. Three. Last one. Right leg forward. And shimmy that. Back. Remember to get back. Yeah. Okay. Last thing. So, this is something I find hard about teaching online. Like this. I don't know if the following explanation, sorry, the previous one, was adequate for you. Right? I spent 2-3 minutes maybe explaining it, but I've done this so many times that for me it all makes sense. But that's not necessarily true for someone who's the first time they hear about this concept, right? So, if you find yourself confused, you didn't really know what's going on now, please send me a message and tell me which part you understood and which part you didn't. I might enlighten you, or if you didn't answer anything at all, I need to know so I can use more or less time explaining. If I spend too much time explaining, let me know that as well, okay? So I keep begging and begging for this, but I really need you guys' feedback to make this as good as videos as I can for you. Water. Okay. Last thing. We're gonna do some countering. Okay? Just a couple of minutes, and we'll end a couple of minutes early. That's fine. So, a lot of countering you do with yakizuki. Okay, so you're standing here, and your opponent decide they're going to attack you, and you respond with, how about not? That's the idea. So they come with an attack, and you block, and while you're blocking, you're not blocking and then attacking, you're doing two things at once, multitasking. You're blocking the attack, let's say a kizame zuki to the head, you're blocking that, and while you're doing that, you step aside and you punch them down. It's really efficient because the entire body is coming to you. Your target is literally approaching you, so you can just stand still, evade and attack. That's simple. And that's good for yakizuki, it's really good. I've done it a lot of time. But you can do it with kizame zuki as well. What you do instead is you can't defend yourself the same way, because with yakizuki, when you're countering with yakizuki, you're taking a step to the side and you're kind of evading whilst attacking. For kizame zuki, you need to be first. So for kizame zuki, you need to move towards them, faster than them, and hit them. Okay? So the idea is quite simple. Imagine their head approaching you, and this is so much better to do with a partner. But imagine their head approaching you, and when they're close enough, you hit them. You hit them first, and you get a point. And if done correctly, it's so obvious for all the judges that you interrupted their attack with a better one, and you hit them. Again, you need to be careful, because if they're approaching too fast, their head is going to kind of go to your knuckle to them, which amplifies the force a lot. So you need to have control, you need to time, you need to calculate exactly where they are. And this is not like a manual calculation, this is something you do by practice. But still, if done correctly, extremely efficient. So, what you guys are going to do is just doing kizame zukis as we practice all day on my count. But I'm going to change up the count, and I want you to just be standing like this, okay? Not too much movement because you're expecting them to come, but still on your toes, jumping a bit up and down, because from here it's easier to move fast than from here, okay? A bit here, and when I say each knee or just I, or whatever I shout, you attack. Okay? First, left leg forward, let's try couple. Just kizame zuki on my command. H! And back. And remember, this needs to be convincing, okay? So good attack and a good pull back. So, fast as you can. Go! Sit! Last one. You ready? Good. What's left? This is right. Last 10 and we're done for today. And get back quickly, don't pause. Sun. Go. Look. Sit. Last one. Excellent work. Thank you for coming to the session. Please, 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 feedback if you want to, but I would be very happy, and at least please just drop a comment answering the question, favorite non-domestic food, so I know that you attended the session. Cheers, and I see you guys next Saturday at 10 a.m.